Alright, we have the problem 0.9 times negative 4x minus 5 equals 2.5x plus 6. Now we can solve this by remembering that each of these decimals can also be written as a fraction. For example, 0.9 we know is 9/10, which you can write 9 over 10, and 2.5 can be written 25 over 10. Then we can just carry everything else down. And now it looks like all the other fraction problems that you've been working on. So we'll multiply by the common denominator between these two, multiply every term by 10, and that will cancel the fractions here and here. Sorry, there's still an x there. And then this becomes 60. So we're left with 9 times negative 4x minus 5 on this side, and then 25x plus 60. And now this is just like all the other problems you've been working on. All the fractions are gone, all the decimals are gone. Just distribute that 9 through to get negative 36x minus 45. And then you can move the 36x over here or the 25 over here, but I like to have positive numbers, so I'm going to add 36x to both sides so that I can keep the x's positive. So that's 61x, and then I'll subtract 60 from both sides so that I can get x by itself over here. That's negative 105, and the last step is divide by 61. So I get x equals negative 105 over 61. Another way you can arrive at this answer is if you follow the original problem and just work it with decimals. You'll get the answer 10.5, like your last step will be 10.5 divided by 6.1. And you could put that in a calculator and turn that into a decimal. I think it's 1.7 something. But if you want to keep it an exact answer so that there aren't any decimals that you have to round, you can change this into a more proper way to write a fraction. Math people don't like to have decimals in their fractions. So, in order to get rid of the decimals, we'll just multiply the top and the bottom by 10. That'll move the decimal over one place on the top and the bottom, and it gives us, oh, sorry, this was negative to begin with. So that gives us negative 105 over 61, which is the answer we got before. There are also, the next problem, if you work it out just using decimals, then you get 0.0045 divided by 0.0035. So if you don't want to turn your decimals into fractions and then solve by clearing the fractions, you'll get this answer, which is correct, but could be written in a better form, because like I said, math people don't like to have decimals in fractions. You either have to have a decimal or a fraction, but not both. So in order to turn this into a fraction, I could multiply this by 10,000 on both sides. That'll move my decimal 4 places over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll give me 45 over 35. So if you don't want to figure out which factor to multiply by, just know that you can move the decimal over as many spaces as you need to, as long as it's the same on the top and the bottom. So I can look at this 0.0045 over 0.0035, and basically I can see there are two zeros after the decimal in common, so this will be the same thing. If I cancel all those, I'm left with 45 over 35. And then this reduces to 9 over 7. 45 divided by 5 is 9, and 35 divided by 5 is 7.